Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 0111191.
Rat Pack and Dance, thank you for writing in. I said 9:20, I meant 9:40 for No The Show today for Van Halen, so good catch on that. You're going to get an extra piece of chocolate in your stocking this year. Speaking of Christmas... I don't know. I feel like you and your wife have this. You get each other the same thing every year. I could be wrong, but she always gets you like deodorant, soap, and socks or something like that. And you love it. You're like, yes, I love it. I love it.
That's all I want. Because I don't buy that stuff on my own.
Well, you guys have been together a long time. How many pairs of socks do you have? What do you just have, like a closet full of socks? Or do you just throw them away?
I don't keep socks around if they're not doing their job. Like the minute they get an inkling of any kind of hole, they're out. Or if they even aren't comfortable anymore, because socks wear down. Let's face it, they're on your feet regularly. They'll get the shaft pretty quick if they I see like, honestly, socks have about a 4 to 5 year lifespan, and I don't get socks. I can't even
tell you how long I've had my socks. I just know I've had them a long time. I just go to Costco and it's a bundle of socks. They're little ankle socks. They're black from Adidas.
See,
gray.
This is the difference between you and I.
It's $12.
I stay away from shopping as much as I possibly can. My wife runs to shopping as much as she possibly can. So
telling me all the time you're going to Target and you go to Costco.
No, I don't go to Target. I don't go to Target. I've been to Target once.
You tell me all the time that you go to. Maybe you just do the pickups.
My wife calls me and says, "I need you to pick up something at Target on the way home." I said, "I'm not going into that store." She goes, "Don't worry, it's a pickup order."
Trust me, I'm not a guy that loves to go shopping or anything, and I don't want to go shopping with my wife. That's for damn sure, because I just want to go in and grab what I know I need and go. But I do a Friday trip to Costco, and I buy beer and I buy some food and I get some stuff for the house. I bet a case of water.
Is this how you make shopping? Is this how you make shopping?
Get the hell out.
Is that the component to the equation to making shopping more manly? Is by adding
making shopping manly again.
It is by adding beer in there. I go in there and I get some beer and I get some meat.
Well, I do.
And
I really do.
I get some cologne, and then I get some sauce.
I don't buy cologne. I don't even know if they sell cologne at Costco, but if they do,
and I get my Lucky Jeans.
When I need deodorant, I go back there and the deodorant is over there by the.
But
vitamins.
did I tell you I get beer? I also sometimes get Hard A as well.
Oh yeah. The Kirkland Crown is pretty good, and I buy the vodka.
I hate shopping. I'd much rather have anybody in the world do it for me.
Yeah, but then you don't get what you want. But
I do like going. I do like. You know what? There's one store I like going to, and that is Walmart. Because Walmart, you can go in and you can buy food, you could buy painting supplies, you could buy pet supplies, you could buy car supplies. It's a one-stop shop. I love that. I need a vacuum cleaner? Go to Walmart. Get the vacuum cleaner. Because it's in and out. That place can be in and out. Now, granted, there's lines and stuff. There's lines and stuff. Oh, God.
The checkout lines are a nightmare.
I could go to right where I want to go, grab what I need to do, stand in a checkout line for 3 or 4 minutes, and then get out. Like, I always think the guy that checks the receipt at Walmart is so shocked. He doesn't know what to do when he sees me because I'm walking out with like one thing. I treat Walmart as if it's 7-Eleven because I only go there, I buy one thing, and I get out of there because my tolerance for being in there for any certain amount of time is very, very low.
So my point was, people say the hardest gift to buy is for their spouse. So what do you? What have you already got your spouse a gift? I'm sure you're going to say right now.
This is 14 years of being married, going on 15. I'm like, whatever you want, just get it and wrap it.
Oh, you're giving up way too early. I've been with my wife 30 plus years, and we just started doing that like last year.
Yeah,
so treat yourself.
Well,
thank God we both like Parks and Rec. Treat yourself.
Because I'm like, dude, I'm not going to pick out something to get you what you want more than what you want. You understand this, right?
So my other issue that I'm having is we're doing a white elephant exchange because I've got my aunt, uncle, cousin, sister-in-law, wife, and mom and dad all going to be at our house. And we're like, well, what can we do just so everybody doesn't need to buy everybody gifts. That's crazy. So we're like, let's do one of those white elephant exchanges. So I need some suggestions on what is a good universal, because right now I'm at Bass Pro Shops looking at buying this kit. It's normally $100. It's like a survival kit. You get a shovel, a knife, a machete, and a hatchet in a bag for $50. And I got a $10 Bass Pro Points, so I can get it for $39.95. But if I buy that, I'm probably the only one that would use it. But then I could just steal it, and then I'll get what I want for Christmas. Is that shady? I mean, I know everybody's going to figure it out. Or if they don't, then I guess somebody's going to walk away with.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you could steal it, because what if somebody else wants it?
Well, then steal it back. They don't know I bought it because it's all secret, right?
Yeah, but they'll know. They'll know based on what it is.
Oh, well, yes, they'll know what it is. I did one of these last year when somebody was $50 is usually the limit, and
you went over.
He must have went. He went way over that.
What was way over?
I actually got it. It was a flamethrower handgun. So you know those little canisters you hook to your camp stove, the little green ones, so you could have propane, butane, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those little green canisters.
Oh, with the little green propane tank is what you're talking about? Yeah.
It goes onto your camp
Okay,
stove.
yeah.
So you hook that to the bottom of this gun, and then it's got an igniter on it, and it shoots a flame like 30 feet. Maybe 20, I don't know.
That's awesome. Not California approved because it's wildfire. It's not good for wildfire.
And I had it, and I ended up exchanging it for a tool bag, one of those roll-up tool bags that had some tools in it. And because I could use that more than I could use a 30-foot flamethrower.
I don't know. That's pretty fun.
Or 20-foot flamethrower. Yeah, but what are you going to do? I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to end up doing
but the whole motion of reloading.
Sorry.
Reloading requires like screwing that propane tank back on. You're like,
So my buddy ends up using it to like light his burn barrel, and like when we have a bonfire outside.
Right, and you can clear areas, of if you're using it safely. You can and not in windstorms. You could clear areas of overgrowth that you don't want to be grown. People do it all the time.
Great idea. Just in the summer too. Like do it in August, September.
This would be the time of year to do it right now. Not down in Malibu.
Maybe this time.
Make sure it's not windy.
Now, I don't know if this is the time either. We're under a fire danger here too. So,
yes,
maybe like February when it gets a little more damp and.
Yes, you are under fire danger here, but there are areas that are damp. My yard has come back 100%.
I know what you want for Christmas. I'm gonna have to get you one of these. All right. So, anyways, if you have any recommendations for a white elephant,
could make up for the non-gift last year.
Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, Jeremy, if you're going to buy something from Bass Pro Shop, just buy fishing stuff and steal it. I mean,
Well, I have a lot of fishing stuff. I don't really need something. But what I want is this survival thing. It's not a survival thing. It's just like something I could take with me when I'm out in the mountains. It's got a shovel, a machete, a knife, and a hatchet. And wherever I go camping, I'll have all those tools. It comes in one little pouch. It looks pretty cool. And who couldn't always use a shovel? Sometimes you got a code red. You got to dig a hole. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Jeff doesn't get it. He doesn't go camping. He calls it. He calls it.
Nor do I care.
Paying to be homeless.
I need to get Jeff and his son out there camping with me.
No, you don't. We're fine. We're good. We're good. My kids, you know what? My kids love camping. They like going to places called KOA because they have like water slides and pools and trampolines and ropes courses.
Outdoorsman Rich is going to show them the way.
And they sprinkle in the right amount of outdoors at these kinds of places because they have a trail that goes from your campsite to the water slides, the trampolines, the ropes courses. There's a little trail. It goes through the woods. And you're like, oh, man, this is great getting out in nature. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring the tandem kayak. I'm going to bring the tandem pedal kayak for you and your son, and you guys can come out fishing with me.
There you go. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't like touching fish. He thinks they're slimy.
I don't mind. I actually don't mind touching fish. I just...
Well, then go. Go fishing. Go fishing. Your son likes to fish.
It's hours and hours of waiting. It's just dumb. And sometimes
not
it's
hours, Rich is a guy.
Hours and hours of waiting with no results.
He'll take you right to the fish.
That's like you're talking to a guy that can't even stand to go to a movie because I can't waste 2 hours of my life. You're not going to go sit on a lake for 8
He's so
hours.
busy saving the world. He's got so many important things to do. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate the offer. Yeah, that's what I'm getting you for Christmas. I'm going to get you a overnight excursion with outdoor wilderness Rich.
I will regift it to you.
No, I don't need it. I'm going to get it for you and your son and daughter if she wants to go.
Yeah, nobody wants to go do that. No offense to Rich. It's not something that anybody wants to do.
Kyle, who fishes stock ponds.
Now the sun is just starting to climb up over
He'll take you fishing.
I might be down for that because it's a stocked pond. I'm down for that.
In and out.
I have been fishing many times in my life, despite the fact that I poo-poo the sport, or what you guys call it a sport. I call it sitting on a boat drinking beer. I've gone fishing a lot in my life.
There's many different ways to do it.
I have been bored most of the time I go fishing. The only time I've had fun going fishing is when I've gone to a pond where I know there are lots of fish and they have nowhere to go.
So you don't like fishing, you just like catching. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes catching.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I do enjoy charter fishing trips, which you're like, wow, how can you do that in the ocean? Because the guy that's driving the boat knows exactly where the fish are.
When I was a kid, my dad would take me to this place, and it was a stocked pond full of these giant trout. But every fish you caught, you had to keep. And then they weighed it, and you had to pay per pound for this damn thing. And he would get a whole picnic table just loaded full of fish. And I remember we went home, and he's like, next week, he's like, hey, you want to go back there? I'm like, yeah, that's not fishing. It's like, what? No, I want to go back to the dock. Sit there. With worms on my fingers and just drinking cocoa until, it's time to leave for go.
So it's like an outdoors thing. It's like
I guess I just like being outdoors.
You just like being outdoors more than actually having success. Although I heard that you caught your first sockeye the other day, so congratulations on that. How many years have you been fishing?
Okay, not a sockeye. It was a steelhead, and it wasn't my first. It was just my first on that.
Steelhead, sockeye, it's all the
same.
But
it was my first in 20 years. Sockeye is a different type of fish, but yeah, steelhead is it's more of a salmon trout hybrid. Like I don't know, it's unique.
Inbreed?
It's unique fish.
It's an inbreed?
I don't know if it's an inbreed, but it's.
Did you eat it?
I don't know the history. I don't know. It was a native, so I had to cut it loose.
What do you mean it's a native? You have to cut it loose?
So, yeah, if it's a native fish, means it wasn't produced in a
pond? In a stock pond?
Yeah, pretty much in a pond, but like acclimation pond. No, I can't think.
Like in a fish hatchery?
Yes, in a hatchery. Thank you.
See, I know my sport.
So it was if it's not a hatchery fish, then you have to let it go. They've got all these different rules. So the reason how you know it's a hatchery fish is they'll clip the adipose fin, which is a fin towards the back.
Dude,
and so if that fin is there, then it's a native fish.
This is why I hate this hobby, and I'm not even going to call it a sport. This is why I hate this hobby.
Well, no, I mean the fun part is catching the fish, fighting it, and reeling it in.
If any jackass with 17 pockets on his shirt that is colored like army green comes up to me and goes, "Oh, did you check the adipose fin on him?" and throwing the fish in his face.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. It's KZOZ 8:55. 12 days of Christmas coming up very shortly. Today we will add we'll add a gift basket with probably 7 things in it. More on that coming up in a little bit. Don't forget you can text the word Christmas right now to 805-543-3693.
Well, maybe we'll get to it coming up here in the next 15 minutes as far as the 12 days of Christmas is going. But like literally 10 seconds before Pat Benatar stops screaming about hitting her with a best shot, Jeremy was hitting me with his best shot, and he was criticizing question number 8 that was selected by me.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. This is minutia is what it is.
That's not.
Minutia.
It was big headlines on the Central Coast. Big headlines on the Central Coast.
I don't even know who the Salinas Beavers are.
Well, we talked about them. So you've already said.
We talk about a lot of stuff.
Ginkgo biloba, bro. Your wife's been telling you to be taking it for 25 years. Okay.
She is not.
Yes, she did.
She's not been telling me that.
It's actually longer than that. I need the ginkgo biloba. It's actually been longer than that.
So once again, I'm not writing questions in the future for this because you're not using any.
Did you see question number 9?
Making up ridiculous.
Did you see question number 9?
I'm just letting you know from now on, you're going to come up with these ridiculous, stupid questions.
This is what you do in life. This is how you do life.
Fair.
You half ask what you do, like your laundry, situation. Like
oh my God, are you
act
serious?
like you don't know how to do laundry, so your wife does the laundry for you. This is the way you operate.
I do my own laundry.
No,
I've been doing my own laundry for almost 5 years now.
You have admitted many times on this program. She
does my laundry sometimes. That happens to be around.
That you on purpose.
This is what you do. You lie. And if anybody half-assed anything, you're writing the questions each day as we go. You've spent time researching.
That's why you have to stay
the show
fluid.
Over the course of the year.
You have to stay fluid. And believe me, question 8 did not happen last week. It happened a long time ago, so long ago that your ginkgo biloba taken ass has forgotten about it.
You're lazy. You procrastinate.
It's not lazy. There's nothing lazy about it.
You're a hard guy to work with. You're lucky that you met me a long time ago because you'd probably be working at Arby's and then Taco Bell and then back to the rental car place.
I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you.
Nobody can put up with your crap.
Your questions are too. They were just too easy. Some of them were too easy. Some of them were great. Some of them were great.
Give me an easy question.
Okay,
Give me an easy question.
Oh, there was one. Oh, I deleted it.
Since we're not going to use it, right? We're not going to use it.
It was, one was really inside. So one was like, which 2 listeners did reunite in 2024 by the way of our radio show or something like that? And it was Brian and Dawn in Los Osos. Was the and I was like, I don't know. It just seems a little too inside. Like not a lot of people are going to know.
Where is that question?
It's gone. I deleted it because it was so bad.
Oh, you're just making executive decisions.
I was trying.
You didn't even ask me.
I was trying to clean up the doc because the doc was all over the place and I couldn't read it. And I was like, oh God, I'm the one that has to read the questions. I better clean up this doc so I don't let one of these
here's the question because
questions.
I kept all my questions. And, I'm going to go through all my questions right now.
Don't go through all of them because question 9.
No, I'm going through all of them because you're coming up with the rest.
Question 9.
So you wanted to play this game?
Question 9.
This is the game.
I'm giving you credit for question 9 was great.
So, first off, it was a love affair of the ages. A radio friendship that stands the test of time was formed on the program this year. Can you name the 2 members of this dysfunctional family who we brought together?
Yeah, I don't know
Don from Los Osos and Brian, the mayor of Nipomo.
If I didn't have the answer sitting right underneath it, I'd be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And I work on the show. I wouldn't have known what you were talking about.
But you know who the Beaver Brigade is and the dirt bike riders? Like that's nobody knows.
Now I have to cut.
That one's gone. I'm now sabotaging the show.
Cut question number 8 and to come up with another better one. That's fine.
Let's see here. I came up with the question for the classic rock tune. You didn't have a problem with that. I came up with Alan Park.
Like I said, some of them were good. Some of them were good. And I got to be honest with you. Some of this is where.
What did Jeff get Jeremy for Christmas last year? That's probably too easy. Right?
It's too easy. Yeah.
Okay. So throw that one out. It was a Kirkland t-shirt.
Yeah.
How about we had to say goodbye to a friend and a guest of the program. Who was it?
That one made the cut.
That was too easy too. Whitney Cheney.
No.
She's gone.
Damn it. That one made the cut. That one's one of the ones coming up.
Doesn't matter because all mine are done. I'm done doing this. You can do it from now on.
God, you are such a baby. I know this sounds
a little
You're quitting
pissy,
fantasy football and you're quitting the 12 days of Christmas.
I'm about ready to quit this show with you because I can't deal with you anymore.
Because you can't
deal with it anymore.
I would
30 years is enough.
Thought you would have been in a much better mood.
Enough.
If you would have caught the
I'm in a great mood every day until I see you. And then I'm like, now I got to deal with this jerk. And then when you leave, I'm in a great mood again. And then I got to see you again.
There were some questions. There were some questions that I wrote that were way too easy. And you said something about it. And I didn't get my panties in a bunch and start crying about it and start trying to sabatage the contest. Now I got to come up with more better questions, which is fine. I understand.
Actually took time,
my role,
went through, wrote some questions, wrote them actually unlike your stupid one that we're doing today about the freaking pizza pan.
You didn't take that much time. You didn't. You, honest to God, did not take that much time.
I took a lot more time than you did.
I don't know.
Anyways, when we come back, we'll do the 12 days of Christmas. All right. So
with a new question number
Jeff's
8.
going to come up. And Jeff has about 5 minutes to come up with new questions. So
well, I'll just move 10.
93.3 KZOZ rocks the 805.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.